Okay, so this is an interesting one. So I have in my ranks, I have Najee Harris actually. Maybe he should have been the guy I brought up. I have Najee Harris ahead of both of these guys.
Yeah, I don't mind Najee Harris at this point. I think that
I mean,
he was playing with I got him as a hold. Like I'm not like in hate with Najee Harris by any stretch.
I have
I
I
might
have a
flip him to a
category.
buy.
Yeah, so I have a category that the way I do my sells and buys is I have neutral. I don't like the term hold because I think that, like, the term hold presupposes that an asset is worth more to you if you have them than if you don't. So I just think that it's like a dumb term. So I choose the term neutral instead.
You know what? You made a great point. I'm gonna go yell at a Dyko because I actually called it C. I gave the players grades A, B, C, D, F, and I gave them a C. And C's get degrees, and I think that's fine. Like, I'm okay with Najee. But yeah, you're right. To say hold implies you do not want to trade this player. And my stance is simply, if somebody wants to pay for him, you can sell him. It's fine.
Right.
But I'm not like going out in the market trying to buy him, and I'm not going out in the market.
Hold presupposes that, like, I'm not buying from others, but I like would keep my own, and like that doesn't make any logical sense to me. So I get what it means, but anyhow, I would just say neutral. And then the other ones I have buy and process buy, and I have sell and process sell. And the difference for that is, like, buy is like I want to like buy because I like believe in this player and I think he's like fundamentally undervalued. And process buy is like I don't necessarily love this player or like believe in the fundamentals, but like for like either market-based reasons or just like archetype-based reasons, like I just think we should buy. Najee I have as a process buy, which is I said I am noted non-fan of Najee Harris as a talent, but of all the running backs outside my top 10, Harris's path to star level production requires the fewest correct assumptions, which is, I think, like he kind of already, like, there's no does he have a functioning knee? There's no is his team going to get cut? There's no, like, he's not going to get meaningful competition most likely. He already has first round draft capital. He's already in the same system. Like, it's just like, okay, this year Jaylen Warren took too many of his snaps, but like would it shock anyone if we just came out week one and he has an 80% snap share again? Like, that wouldn't shock anyone, right? Like, that's not, he already is the guy, and then maybe he's just like more of the guy. Like, I don't know.
Well, I think one of the things that gets overlooked is, like, he had that Liz Frank injury or whatever it was. And he's playing with like a metal plate in his shoe or whatever. Right. Like, I think that probably has some impact on a running back. I'm not a doctor, but I would, if I had a metal plate in my shoe, I feel like I would be impacted by it. Yeah. So I feel like it's fine to make the presumption that Najee Harris might be a little bit better this year. Is Najee Harris going to live up to his hype from last year? Absolutely not. But could he outperform his, what is he, about RB12 or so? Could he outperform that? Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I drafted him in the 7th round of a startup this year. I know that that's an outlier. That's not going to happen in a lot of leagues, but yeah. And he's a guy for sure. Like, he's a guy for sure. Like, in like the nerd leagues, so to speak. I'm using air quotes for the audio listeners. Like, you're going to be able to get him at a really presentable value because there's just going to be so many people that are like, Najee Harris, gross, and they're going to take like super relevant wide receivers over him. If you're in like home league, like, yeah, Najee's probably going to go higher than you want to take, right? Like, I was in a couple leagues outside of the bubble, and like someone traded the 104 straight up for Najee Harris, and I was like, I wouldn't do that. But like, so he's a guy. There's going to be a disparity between like people that are super like nerd brained and people that aren't. But there's a world in which I'm open buying him.